The 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, this is a game they'll want. A win will give them the fourth best record in the NBA. That's a nice designation to have. On the topic of the playoffs and the length of them, they call it the second season, Shaq. What do you look for in a playoff team as an indicator of their ability to succeed?
Well, we all live by this old old adage, whatever it is. Defense wins championships. Defense is big. What I like about the playoffs, Ernie, physicality. You can't hesitate to give a foul, prevent easy buckets, a.k.a. you got to touch them up.
Got to touch them up, but experience, to me, is probably the biggest thing. Because there's no way to understand playoff basketball until you're there. And so teams that shoot a lot of free throws also has a big advantage because guys get to the line. They know they could slow the game down when things are getting bogged down offensively.
That's what my old buddy Dick Versace used to say.
What?
You know what he used to say
No.
about free throw shooting? He called it the NBA's hidden way to score. You forget about free throw shooting a lot, don't you? The NBA's hidden way.
It's hidden?
It's hidden.
I would agree with that, Dick.
Yeah, the NBA's hidden way to score. That's just dropping a little Dick Versace knowledge on you. Let's go courtside.
More levels, more devils. Diesel.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sideline. So for the Cavaliers, their last game, a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were. And they just didn't seem to have enough fight to make a go of it.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Cleveland. LeBron and Love are the talented pair to the forward position. Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league. You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. So there's something about how long he's waited for success.
On defense, Utah. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
So it's Utah now, following the three-pointer by Kevin Love. That's good. We've played just over a minute here in the first. LeBron outside, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's the monster. He's coming off a 34-point game against Sacramento.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Now here's Gobert.
Cavaliers foul. Iman Shumpert. That's his first personal foul.
Utah shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Rudy Gobert. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Now it's in and down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Teron Lou.
Kevin, I asked what part of their offensive scheme he feels most confident in today, and he said it's probably the depth of perimeter shooting talent that they've got. He said our guys can flat out shoot it, and you're going to see it today. Gentlemen?
Thanks, Doris. Always want to get those threes falling consistently.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right, because that's really the only way that you can force the defense to spread out and extend itself, and when that happens, then other opportunities are created.
Here's LeBron after the basket by Utah. Outside Irving. From 10 feet out, the Cavaliers again can't hit. For Utah, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. The monster passes to Dow. Kicks to George. Here's the monster. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Cleveland's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Irving dishes to LeBron. Back to Irving. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Irving's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Here's the monster. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Mozgov kicks to Shumpert. There's the pass to LeBron. Pocket 6. Shumpert passes to Love. Back to Shumpert. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Irving. Gobert pulls it in. Utah trails by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And George kicks to Gobert. Pass to Dow. Here's Silk. Elbow shot is on the way. Shumpert with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Irving attacking. LeBron outside. Rebound, Utah. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these 2 teams met in Cleveland.
And they lost the last matchup with this club, and it was really the reserve where the gap in play was felt.
Greg, I couldn't agree with you more. They allowed some opposing reserves to get it going. You know the stars are going to get their point. But when you allow those second unit guys to get it going, that's when you're in trouble.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Well, Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins. And he eventually became Rookie of the Year for the chance to get Love. We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Here's the monster. To the wing on the left. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Love.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Cavaliers leading. Here's LeBron. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here is Doc. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. Passes it to the monster. He feeds it to George. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mozgov's got his third rebound tonight. Now here's LeBron. Tight defense on him. Love with the buckets.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Utah trails by 7. Here's the monster. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And that one's good. George.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it. Good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Now here's LeBron. He started closer. And they double up James. Mozgov kicks to James. They set the pick. Pass to Irving. Plenty of space. And again, it's Cleveland.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. How much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
And Utah making a change here. Hood's checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Tristan Thompson is checked in for Mozgov. Here's the monster.
Just leaves the beat in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Here's Irving. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just shows the quickness of his hands and anticipation.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Here's the monster. They set the pick. Blanketed by the Dean, fights to the rim for the layup. Lamonce's got his first basket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Irving. And another miss by Cleveland. Utah trails by 3. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. As a matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
And so here's Cleveland after the basket by Utah. Back to James. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
Here's Hood. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The monster. And Irving pulls it down.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
So it's Utah now, trailing by 5. Got the pass to the monster. Puts it up from 7. That's good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's James after the basket by Utah. There's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Looking here at some numbers for Self. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. First in scoring, first in assists, and of course, he's the #1 shot blocker in the league. Just an imposing presence inside.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Love has been a handful. He's already got 9 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Miles check in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Doc. And Max subbed in for the Monster. Utah trails by 5. Here's Mack. On the pass to Lyles. Dishes to Hood. To the middle. It's deflected. And stolen by James. Williams kicks to Paul. Offensive rebound. Here's Thompson. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. For Utah, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. The feed now to Hood. And stolen by James. Paul left side. Again, the miss by Paul. Utah shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one. 57% from the field. Here's Hood. Off target with his 3.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one almost always deadly, and he's that open.
And the basket good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Mack. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. He dishes it to Hood. No good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And he gets it to go. And now a 9-point Cavalier lead.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Here's Silk. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. LeBron outside. Feeds to Love. Off the screen. The shot no good. And Utah the other way now. Here's Mack. Pass to Silk. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. And now it's only a 5-point Cavalier lead. LeBron kicks to Thompson. There's the pick. The dish to Williams. Cleveland the rebound. Moves back up. And Thompson with the nice bucket inside. Thompson's got his first bucket of the night.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Utah calls timeout.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Smith has checked in, passes it to Silk. There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Paul with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And it's Smith missing. Utah trails by 7. Like you were talking about Tristan Thompson, LeBron came out and said he was one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA, and Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, and you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Cleveland shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Here's Mack looking for his first basket still in this one. 19 seconds left in the first. The pass to Silk. And he overshot that one, missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
LeBron dishes to Smith. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 8. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table. And we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. And of the new big three, along with Kyrie, I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers initially?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Kyrie Irving is out there with Demontia. And it's Smith. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Mozgov in at the center position. Utah trails by 7. Here's the monster. He kicks it to Gobert, and he gets the bucket. Gobert's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Pass to the monster. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. The drive by Gobert. And that one is hammered home.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 8. Here's Mozgov. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's the monster. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Kevin Love's checked in for LeBron. And he makes both free throws.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. And here's Irving. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Smith outside. Irving with a clean look. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 10 points for Kyrie Irving. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's the Monster, covered by Irving, and the shot is good. 8 points for the Monster.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
A tight game here in Utah. Now Irving. He's got 10. Kicks it to Mozgov. In the corner, Smith with it. Picked by Mozgov. And it's Smith penetrating. Back to Mozgov. Down to 5 on the shot clock. His first shot coming late. Utah with the rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
The Monster passes to Gobert. Here's the Monster. He's got 8. Utah needs to get off the shot here. They get it back. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Talk about a terrific game for the Monster. He has 8 points and 5 assists.
Fundamentals have been on display. He's just done it all today. The passing and also knocking down his freebies.
And that's exactly what they've needed from him, those two things.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
He's perfect from the line this time. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Now, here is Irving. Guarded closely. Love kicks to Smith. That's a pick by Love. Smith outside. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by George. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's the Monster, covered by Irving. Pass to George. Here's the Monster.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of player. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on. Clark, he had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Finished off the break. That's got the lead up to 1 now for Utah.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
For J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside, and boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there, so you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around, and that's why he needed the timeout.
Now, here is Irving. Defense right on. Got a piece of it. Stolen by George. And now Utah, fast break. Love grabs the board. The Cavaliers trailing. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. Pulls up. Misses off the right iron.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Dishes it to Hood. Out to the wing. Over to the wing. Gobert down low. He's guarded by Love. Gobert can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Smith kicks to Irving. Love with the screen for Irving. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Outside, George. He feeds it to Hood. Here's the monster. He's got 12. Pass to Doc. Shot clock at 5. Drains it from beyond the arc. Doc's got 7 points in the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Utah leading. Here's the monster. The feed to Hood. The pass to the monster. Gobert with a screen on Irving. Here's Hood. Mozgov with the block. On the wing, Irving. 10 points for him. That doesn't go in either for Irving. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. The monster passes to Hood. Here's the pick. To the middle. Puts up the baby hook. Shumpert with some nice deep.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Lots of room. As and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists tonight. Here's the monster. He's covered by Irving. Feeds to Hood. Pass to the monster. And stolen by Love. Right side, Irving. It's a pick by Love. Irving drives in. It's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. A different look for Utah. Miles checked in for Rudy Gobert. Silk comes in for Hood. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Doc. Cleveland also making some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Williams comes in for Smith. And Paul subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Paul outside. It's a pick by Love. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Paul penetrating. Shoots from the right block. Rebound, Utah. George has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's the monster. He's got 12. He dishes it to George. Miles passes to the monster. To the inside. And he dumps it down.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Now here's Shumpert. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
Here's the monster. They double him with Love. George dishes to Matt. Here's Wiles. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Williams, here we go. They now take the lead. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
George, no good.
Very tough when you have that good of a look. Defense caught a break there because he missed.
The dish to Williams. To the paint. Unloads from 9. Love, no luck.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
The monster passes to Matt. Here's the monster. Finds himself wide open and drills it. The monster's got it all tied up now for Utah. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Williams. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And it's Shumpert penetrating, and that one's good. Shumpert's got 6 in the quarter.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to see Iman Shumpert toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for him.
Utah calls timeout. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. Making a change here. Portis is checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. James is checked in. Utah's gone 1-2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the second quarter. They set the screen. The monster. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Matt.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
LeBron outside. Outside Williams. Here's the 3. But they'll get another chance. Williams missing again. Pass to Portis, expanding his range. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Paul kicks to Love. There's the pick. There's the triple. Matt grabs the miss.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
Passes it to Lyles. Down low. The 11-footer. Nice shot by Portis. And this game is tied up now.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are. And their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
LeBron kicks to Love. Rebound, Utah.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
And it's Tiny with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's Silk. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. A solid and competitive first half of basketball. LeBron, how do you feel about the team and its performance tonight?
We're doing a good job. We're on the road. Our shooters, we missed a couple at the end. I wish we would have went in, but they're going to continue to shoot. There's going to be a big second half for us. So we got to continue to play like we did in the first half.
Continuity is key, LeBron. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. What a game we're seeing from the Monster.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
Guys, I love his activity, patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there. He's really made a statement at the defensive end.
Silk is out there with Thunder. And there's the Monster. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Doc in at the shooting guard. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now, here is Irving. Misses the three.
9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Out left to the wing. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
For Utah, they have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
2 shots.
The first one falls. So he gets them both. The Cavaliers trail by 4. There's the screen. He kicks it to Love. Baseline Shea on the way. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Love's got 16. Utah shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Outside, George. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mozgov's got his 6th rebound on the night. Shumpert dishes to Irving. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. No good with the wing jumper.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. James outside. Mozgov sets a screen for James. To the inside. Mozgov kicks to Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Max checked in for Utah. Utah leading. Here is Doc. 9 points in the game so far. Gobert the screen. Here's Silk. James covering. Kicks to George. 4 on the clock. Takes the 13-footer. And Shumpert pulls it down. Shumpert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Mack, good.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Cav, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Outside, George. Here's Silk. James covering. 14 feet away, and play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound, just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
Smith checked in for Kevin Love. Outside Irving. Dishes to James. Stolen away. Here's Silk. 12 points for him. He feeds it to George. The pass to Gobert. Back to George. Here's Silk. James covering. That's good. 15 points for Silk.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Irving passes to Smith. Oswald a screen on Gobert. Smith drives in. Lets it go from 14. Rebound, Utah. Silk's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Matt. 5 points in the game. Here's George. And Utah again with the bucket. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's James. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Here's Matt. Gobert with a screen on Irving. Matt dishes to Gobert. George with no one around. And Utah again with the bucket. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. The drive by James. Shot is off. And it's Utah the other way. And Mack gets to George. Here's Silk. 15 points in the game. George with the screen on LeBron. Goes up from the top of the key. They get the rebound. Here is Doc. Covered by Smith. And he gets to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
What a play there. The hoop plus the horns.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim. Knew he was going to get hit and still was able to finish.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Hood comes in for Shelvin Mack. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Thompson's checked in. Timeout called the Cavaliers. One guy has been getting it done is Silk.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. James with it. 13 points in the game. A floater. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 7th assist here tonight. Here is Doc. He's got 12. That's to Silk. Locked loose and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Gobert pulls it in.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Miles checked in for Doc. Ball checked in for Cleveland.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Here's Hood. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Wiles. 5 on the clock. Fires at the elbow. Here's Gobert, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
They set the pick. Jacks up a 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Ingles to the right side. From 17 feet out, it's rebounded by Cleveland. And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and of course the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Utah.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
The Monsters checked in for Utah. Love checked in for Cleveland. No good on the second free throw. Clark Wiles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise producer as an NBA player.
And so here's Cleveland after the basket by Utah. Paul for 3. Rebound, Utah. Silk's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And that one's good.
And guys, with Wiles playing out of position can be a blessing and a curse. I mean, he didn't get to play in his comfort zone and put up big numbers, but his skill set grew from the minutes he had to spend outside of that comfort zone.
Moves back up, And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
I'll tell you what I like about Lyles is that he has a bit of an old man game about him. He's an old head, plays within himself, good at every small intangible thing on the court, just has a real nice feel for how to play.
Here's the monster. He's got 16. The feed to Hood. Passes to the monster. They set the screen. Here's Lyles. And James pulls it down. James has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Ball left side. Plenty of space. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Now just a 5-point Utah lead. Utah's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's the monster. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ball passes to Williams. Here's Love. They get it back. LeBron outside. 3-pointer. Rebound, Utah.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's the monster. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. For Utah, they have been shooting right around 75% of the line, 9 of 12 so far. And the first one drops.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. James outside. Picked by Williams. LeBron dishes to Love. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
So he hit 18 points for him. Thompson comes with the double team. Wide open look. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Now here's Williams. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Thompson outside. Paul kicks to Williams. And another miss by Cleveland.
Where you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's the monster. He's guarded by Williams. And again, it's Utah. And here is LeBron. 13 points in the game. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Shot is off. Utah has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And there's the pass to Silk. Fires top of the key. And Thompson sends it back. Silk passes to Lyles. Here's the monster. Another shot. Offline. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Utah leads by 10. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Cavaliers trail by 10. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Going out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Irving in at the point. Now here's Love. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Love's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Cavs. Here's the monster. Feeds it to Gobert. To the right side. Here's the monster, covered by Irving, and he gets the bucket. 20 points for the monster.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
LeBron dishes to Love. Picked him clean. And here's the fast break. Here's the monster. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Cavaliers foul ball. That's the second person. At the line. The monster. At the line for two.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Love. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
No good on that. And he sinks the second. Utah leading by 11. Here's the monster. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Doc. Inside, the monster. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills. Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Passes it to Silk. There's the dish to Gobert. Here's Doc. And it's off from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 11. LeBron kicks to Irving. Love outside. Mozgov against Gobert. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Here is Doc. Mozgov with the block. Irving passes to Mozgov. The drive by Shumpert. And that basket was going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Utah calls timeout.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Silk passes to Doc. 5 to shoot. He kicks to George. And he goes in for the tie. Now LeBron. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Irving with it. And the 3 off target.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
You no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down. And he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Now here's James. He's guarded closely. Picked by Mozgov. Outside Irving. Mozgov sets a screen for Irving from the arc. Up again.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Mozgov grabs the board.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Shumpert, no good. Utah leading by 11. Here's Silk. They get it again. Not the pass to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's the monster. He's covered by Irving. And the pass to Silk. Tries again. And Shumpert pulls it down. Shumpert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That's good. LeBron's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Pass to Silk. Here is Doc. Here's Silk. Kicks it to Gobert. Passes it to the monster. Here's Silk. Mozgov covering. Another miss by Utah. The Cavaliers trail by 9. The shot by Irving. And the dunk by Love.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Here's the monster. Following the basket by Kevin Love. Mozgov with the steal. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
And Utah has possession. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Check out the game for Silk. He's got 10 rebounds, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's James. Irving attacking. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 17 points for Kyrie Irving.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Now the pass to Doc. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. The Cavaliers trail by 7. James wide open. It's hauled in by George.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's the monster. The second effort. Doc. And a foul call on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
At the line, Doc. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. All checked in for the Cavaliers. Second free throw, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 8. This is Demosgo. The drive by James. Gobert with the block. Out to Shumpert. Fires the 3. And the shot is good.
They have a little extra mojo going here. A little extra pep in their step. More hustle in this second half. They're doing a much better job in terms of second chance points.
Here's the monster. And he uses the pass on the way. The monster's got 26.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Paul dishes to LeBron. Lets it go with the 3. Another miss by Shumpert.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's the monster. James covering. The monster passes to Gobert. Traps in the tray. And now a 10-point Utah lead.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Now here's Cole. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that move.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And it's George finishing it off.
This guy is a beast on the boards.
And when he gets those second chance points, G.A., he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Here's the monster, defended by Paul. The monster passes to Doc. And Shumpert pulls it down. Shumpert's got 6 rebounds in the game. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Drills the baseline jumper.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about
it. Here's the monster, defended by Paul. Pass to Gobert. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Checking out the game Rudy Gobert is having. He's got 12 rebounds, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
That free throw, no good. And Utah making a change here. Goods checked in. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Paul kicks to James. Back to Paul. It's a pick by Love. Paul goes in. Paul can't get that one to fall.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
And you know what? no rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's giving them control of this game.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Yeah, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're behind by 12. 1:53 left in the game. George against James, looking to end his cold spell. He lays it in. Well, Grimes got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
The feed to George. Mozgov with the block. The drive by Paul. Kicks it out to Love. Target from outside. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
And it's George finishing it off.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Here's LeBron after the basket by Utah. And they immediately answer back with a dunk at the other end.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
And Utah has possession. Following the score by Cleveland.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Utah.
Two great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. It can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for the Monster. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Now here's George. Off target with the jump hook. Love dishes to Mozgov. Paul with the 3. Shot no good. And so it's Utah with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game.
Fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous. He feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
It's not too often you see a guy crack 15 assists in a game. That's how in tune he was. Just great anticipation, great understanding of every defense that they threw at him. Exactly the kind of game a team wants from its point guard.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.